Welcome to my channel, English. Don't forget to subscribe for more English stories. Today, I will talk about how to speak in English. Many people understand English but find it hard to speak. Speaking well takes practice, patience, and confidence. I will share tips and stories to help you. First, let me tell you about my friend Alex. Alex moved to a new country where people spoke English. He knew some English from school, but he was nervous to speak it. He understood others, but talking back was hard. He felt shy. One day, Alex decided to practice every day. He started talking to himself in the mirror. He said simple sentences like, "Hello, my name is Alex, and today I will go to the store." This helped him feel more comfortable. Alex also watched English movies. He listened to how the actors spoke and tried to copy them. He repeated lines and learned new words. This helped him speak better and understand how to use different tones. Alex joined an English club too. At first, he was shy and scared of mistakes, but everyone was friendly and supportive. They helped him and encouraged him. Alex also made friends with his English-speaking neighbors. They invited him over for tea and chatted. These conversations helped him learn new words and feel more confident. Next, let me tell you about Maria. Maria moved to an English-speaking country for work. She was good at reading and writing English, but found speaking hard. She understood her colleagues, but when it was her turn to speak, she got nervous. Maria decided to improve her speaking. She found a language partner who wanted to learn her language. They met twice a week to practice. This helped Maria a lot. She learned new words and practiced pronunciation. Maria also took an online course for speaking. She practiced topics like work, hobbies, and daily life. The course gave her feedback and helped her improve. Maria spoke English every day. She talked to herself, recorded her voice, and practiced with colleagues. Over time, her speaking improved. Her colleagues noticed and praised her, which made her feel proud and motivated. From these stories, we learn some things. First, it's normal to feel nervous when speaking a new language, but with practice, we can get better. Speaking to ourselves, joining clubs, and talking to native speakers help a lot. Second, be patient. Learning takes time, and mistakes are okay. Mistakes are chances to learn. Third, being around supportive people is important. They can help us feel confident. Finally, make learning fun. Watching movies, listening to music, and enjoying activities make learning better. Now, let me tell you about John. John moved to an English-speaking country for work. He was good at his job, but speaking English was hard. He understood everything in meetings, but when it was his turn to speak, he got nervous. John decided to practice. He found a language partner and met them twice a week. He also took an online course. The course had speaking exercises and feedback from teachers. John spoke English every day. He talked to himself, recorded his voice, and practiced with colleagues. They helped him, and his speaking skills got better. John became more confident in meetings and could speak clearly. From John's story, we learn that practice, a language partner, and speaking courses help. Also, making learning fun and speaking slowly and clearly is important. This way, others can understand us better. Another tip is to expand our vocabulary. The more words we know, the easier it is to speak. Read books, watch movies, and listen to music in English. Write down new words and use them in conversation. Another good tip is to practice speaking in different situations, like ordering food, asking for directions, or talking about our day. The more we practice, the better we get. Finally, find a speaking buddy. This can be a friend, family member, or language partner. Practicing with someone makes it fun and less scary. Set small goals, too. Don't expect to speak perfectly right away. Small steps like learning one new word or practicing a sentence will help you see progress and stay motivated. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah moved to an English-speaking country for her studies. She was good at reading and writing, but felt nervous speaking in class. She understood everything, but had trouble speaking. She wanted to improve. Sarah decided to take small steps. Every morning she would practice speaking in the mirror. She talked about her plans, introduced herself, and asked questions. Sarah joined a study group too. She listened at first, but soon she started asking questions and sharing ideas. The group was supportive, and Sarah spoke more. She also joined a soccer team. She made friends there and practiced speaking with them. Sarah realized mistakes were okay. She stopped worrying about them and started enjoying speaking more. Over time, Sarah's speaking got better. She was more confident in class and made many new friends. She felt proud and wanted to keep improving. From Sarah's story, we learn that small steps, regular practice, and finding things we enjoy can help. Don't worry about mistakes. Every mistake is a chance to learn and improve. Thank you for listening. Keep practicing, stay patient, and enjoy learning English. You can do it. Chapter 2. In this chapter, we will talk about some easy ways to practice speaking English every day. Speaking every day is very important. It helps you feel more comfortable and improves your skills. First, let's talk about talking to yourself. It may sound strange, but it really works. You can talk to yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself and say simple things like, "I'm going to work today," or "I like to read books." This helps you hear your own voice and get used to speaking in English. It also makes you feel more confident. You can also talk about your day. For example, you can say, "Today I woke up early, ate breakfast, and went for a walk." It does not have to be perfect. Just speak. The more you practice, the easier it gets. Another way to practice speaking is by listening. Listening to English speakers will help you learn how to speak better. You can watch TV shows, movies, or videos in English. Pay attention to how the actors speak. Listen to how they say words and the sounds they make. You can also repeat what they say. This is called shadowing. Shadowing helps you speak like a native speaker. You can pause the video and say the same sentence the way they did. This will help you with pronunciation and intonation. Another great way to practice is by reading aloud. Pick a simple book or an article in English and read it out loud slowly. Try to pronounce the words correctly. If you find a word you don't know, look it up. This will help you improve your vocabulary and your speaking skills. You can also read children's books as they usually have simple words and sentences. You can also record yourself speaking. Use your phone or a voice recorder to record your voice. After recording, listen to it. This will help you hear where you need to improve. For example, maybe you speak too fast or you don't pronounce some words correctly. This helps you understand your mistakes and work on them. You can record yourself speaking about different topics. Maybe talk about your favorite hobby, your family, or a book you are reading. Listening to your own voice will help you improve. Sometimes it's hard to practice alone. This is why it's important to find a practice buddy. A practice buddy is someone who speaks English, or someone who is learning English just like you. You can talk to them on the phone, over video call, or in person. It can be a friend, a family member, or even a classmate. You can ask them to practice with you once a day. It can be about simple topics like your day or the weather. Practicing with someone will make you feel less nervous and it will help you speak better. You can also find a language partner online. There are websites and apps that help you connect with people from other countries. You can find a person who speaks English and who wants to learn your language. You can help them, and they can help you. You can practice speaking with them every week. This is a fun way to improve your English because you get to know new people and learn about their culture. Another way to practice is by joining an English club. Many cities have clubs where people meet to speak English. In these clubs, people practice English with each other in a fun and relaxed way. It's a great chance to meet other people who are learning English. They will understand how you feel, and they will encourage you. It's okay to make mistakes in the club. Everyone is there to learn and help each other. This is a great way to practice speaking in a safe environment. When you practice, don't worry about making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when they are learning something new. The most important thing is to keep going. Mistakes are not bad. They are opportunities to learn. Every time you make a mistake, you get better because you learn what to do next time. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Be proud of every step you take toward improving. You can also set small goals. This will help you stay motivated. For example, today you can focus on learning 10 new words and using them in sentences. Tomorrow, you can practice speaking about your favorite hobby in English. When you reach your goals, you will feel proud of yourself. Small goals help you see how much you are improving. Also, don't forget to enjoy learning. The more fun you have, the more you will want to practice. You can listen to English music, watch English cartoons, or play games in English. It's not always about studying hard. It's also about having fun with the language. The more you enjoy it, the better you will become. Now let's talk about being patient with yourself. Learning a language takes time. You will not become perfect in one day, but that's okay. Every time you practice, you are getting better. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. You are learning and improving every day. So remember, talk to yourself in the mirror, listen to English speakers, read aloud, record your voice, find a practice buddy, join an English club, make mistakes and learn from them, set small goals, and enjoy the process. Keep practicing every day and you will see your speaking improve. Keep going and don't give up. You can do it. Chapter 3. In this chapter, We will talk about how to improve your listening and speaking skills together. Listening is just as important as speaking when learning a language. When you listen carefully, you can understand more. This helps you speak better too. Let's explore some easy ways to improve both skills. One way to improve listening and speaking at the same time is by listening to English podcasts or audiobooks. There are many podcasts made for English learners. These podcasts usually speak slowly and clearly. They talk about interesting topics like daily life, travel, or food. When you listen to them, try to repeat some sentences out loud. This helps you practice speaking while you learn new words and phrases. You can also pause the podcast and try to say what you heard. This will help you improve your pronunciation and understanding. Another good way is by watching English videos with subtitles. You can watch YouTube videos or movies in English. Turn on the subtitles so you can read while you listen. At first, you might need to read the subtitles more than you listen, but over time try to focus more on the sounds. Listen to how the words sound, not just how they are written. This will help you understand spoken English better. Also, try to repeat some of the sentences from the video. It's fun and a good way to practice speaking. You can also watch videos with no subtitles. This is a bit harder, but it will really help your listening. At first, you may not understand everything, but that's okay. Listen carefully and try to guess the meaning of the words. Even if you don't understand every word, try to understand the main idea. Over time, your listening will improve. Another way to improve your speaking and listening is by having a conversation with someone. If you don't have a practice buddy, you can still talk to yourself. Talk about your day, your favorite activities, or what you see around you. Try to speak clearly and slowly. It will help you listen to your own voice and notice mistakes. If you feel nervous, it's okay. Just keep talking. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. Sometimes it helps to focus on one topic at a time. For example, you can practice talking about the weather. Say things like, "It is sunny today," or "It might rain later." You can also talk about your hobbies or your job. Choose a topic and try to speak about it for a few minutes. This helps you build your vocabulary and become more confident in speaking. One good tip is to listen to a sentence, then repeat it. For example, listen to a sentence in a movie or podcast, and then say the same sentence. This helps you practice speaking and listening at the same time. It also helps you get used to the rhythm of English. Pay attention to how the sentence sounds and try to copy it exactly. This will improve your pronunciation. Another fun way to practice speaking and listening is by singing songs in English. Many people learn English by singing. You can listen to English songs, learn the lyrics, and sing along. This helps with your listening and pronunciation. Plus, it's a fun way to enjoy learning English. You can also find songs that match your level. Start with slow songs with clear words, and then move to faster songs as you get better. If you like games, there are also language learning apps that help with listening and speaking. Some apps have listening exercises and quizzes. They let you practice listening to a sentence and then repeating it. These apps can help you practice anytime, anywhere. They are fun and easy to use. You can practice listening to different accents too. This will help you understand English spoken in many ways. It's also helpful to focus on common phrases. These are sentences or questions that people say every day. For example, "How are you?" or "What's your name?" These simple phrases are used often, and learning them will help you speak faster. You can practice saying them until they feel easy. After a while, you will not have to think about them. They will come naturally. Another thing to practice is speaking slowly and clearly. Sometimes when we are nervous, we speak very fast. This makes it harder for others to understand us. Speaking slowly helps people understand you better. It also gives you more time to think about what to say. Don't worry if you make a mistake. Just keep speaking slowly, and you will improve. You can also join online English conversation groups. There are many groups on social media or language learning websites. These groups meet online and talk about different topics in English. You can join the group and practice speaking with other learners. This is a good way to meet people and practice in a friendly and relaxed environment. Everyone in these groups is there to learn, so it's a great place to make mistakes and improve. Don't forget to be patient with yourself. Learning a language takes time. Sometimes you will feel like you're not improving, but don't give up. Little by little, you will see progress. Every time you listen and speak, you are getting better. Keep practicing and don't worry if it takes time. One important tip is to always try to use new words in your speaking. When you learn a new word, try to use it in a sentence. For example, if you learn the word delicious, say, "The food is delicious." The more you use new words, the easier it will be to remember them. Lastly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when learning a new language. It's part of the learning process. When you make a mistake, try to learn from it. The more you speak, the fewer mistakes you will make. The key is to keep practicing and learning. So remember, practice listening and speaking every day. Use podcasts, songs, movies, and apps. Talk to yourself, join groups, and focus on common phrases. Speak slowly and clearly. Be patient with yourself and enjoy the process. Keep going, and you will improve your English speaking and listening skills. Chapter 4. In this chapter, we will focus on how to improve your vocabulary and use new words in conversations. Learning more words will help you speak more clearly and understand others better. Let's explore some simple ways to expand your vocabulary and practice using new words. First, one good way to learn new words is by reading. Start with simple books or stories. Read one page or one chapter at a time. When you find a word you don't know, look it up. Try to remember it and use it in a sentence. You can also make a list of new words and review them every day. This helps you remember them better. Another great way to learn words is by listening. When you listen to English podcasts, songs, or movies, pay attention to new words. Write them down and try to use them in sentences. You can also listen to audiobooks. Many audiobooks have a clear and slow pace, so it's easy to hear new words. The more you listen, the more words you will learn. You can also learn new words from your daily life. For example, when you go shopping or talk to friends, try to use new words. You can say things like, "I need to buy some fresh fruit," or This movie is really exciting. Try to use new words every day. The more you use them, the more they will become part of your vocabulary. It's also a good idea to learn words in groups. For example, you can learn all the words related to food, like apple, banana, bread, and juice. Learning words in groups makes it easier to remember them. You can make your own word list for different topics like family, travel, or work. This way, you can focus on a specific area and learn many words quickly. One fun way to learn new words is by playing word games. There are many apps and websites where you can play games to practice vocabulary. Some apps have quizzes and puzzles that help you learn new words. You can also play games like Scrabble or crossword puzzles with friends. These games can be fun and helpful at the same time. Flashcards are also a great tool for learning words. You can make your own flashcards with new words on one side and their meanings on the other side. Every day, look at the flashcards and try to remember the meaning of each word. You can also use apps to create flashcards. There are many free apps that let you make digital flashcards. This way, you can study anywhere, even on the bus or at the park. Another method to improve your vocabulary is by keeping a vocabulary journal. Write down any new words you learn and try to use them in sentences. For example, if you learn the word brave, write a sentence like, "The soldier is very brave." This will help you practice the word and remember it. Every week, go through your vocabulary journal and try to use some of the words in conversations. If you want to learn even more words, you can try reading simple news articles in English. Many news websites have articles that are easy to read. Look for articles that interest you, like sports, health, or technology. When you read news articles, you will learn new words related to those topics. For example, if you read an article about sports, you might learn words like team, match, score, and player. This is a fun way to learn words that you can use in different situations. Don't forget to learn synonyms, which are words that have the same or similar meaning. For example, happy is a synonym for joyful. When you know more synonyms, you can use different words to express the same idea. This will make your English sound more interesting and less repetitive. Another good tip is to use new words in conversations. If you learn a word, try to use it right away. For example, if you learn the word delicious, you can say, "This pizza is delicious." You can also make a goal to use a certain number of new words each day. This will help you remember the words and improve your speaking skills. When you speak with others, don't be afraid to ask about new words. If someone says a word you don't know, ask them what it means. People will usually be happy to explain words to you. You can also ask them how to use the word in a sentence. This will help you understand the word better and use it correctly. Another way to practice vocabulary is by reading books or watching shows in English that you like. If you enjoy watching movies, try watching them in English with English subtitles. If you like reading, try reading short stories or articles in English. Choose things that interest you, so learning will be more fun. The more you enjoy the material, the easier it will be to learn new words. You can also learn words by repeating them. After you hear or read a new word, repeat it out loud several times. This will help you remember it. You can also say the word in different sentences. For example, if you learn the word beautiful, say, the sky is beautiful, she is a beautiful dancer, and it's a beautiful day. This will help you practice the word in different ways. Finally, try to use new words when writing. Writing helps you remember words better. You can start by writing simple sentences. For example, you can write, I like to go to the park. Then try to use new words. For example, I enjoy going to the peaceful park in the morning. Writing like this helps you practice using new words and helps you improve your vocabulary. In conclusion, the best way to improve your vocabulary is to practice every day. Use flashcards, read books, listen to podcasts, play word games, and speak with others. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. The more you practice, the better your vocabulary will become. Keep learning and enjoy the process. Chapter 5. In this chapter, we will talk about how to improve your listening skills in English. Listening is an important part of learning any language. When you improve your listening, you will understand others better and be able to respond more easily. Let's look at some simple ways to practice and get better at listening. First, listen to English every day. You can start by listening to simple podcasts or audio lessons. These are designed for beginners, so they will help you understand the language better. You can find podcasts on many topics, like news, sports, or even stories. Start with short episodes and listen to them several times. This will help you get used to the sounds and words in English. Another great way to practice listening is by watching movies or TV shows in English. You don't have to watch complicated ones. Start with cartoons, kids' shows, or movies with subtitles. This way, you can read the words while you listen. As you get better, you can try watching without subtitles. You will understand more and more each time you practice. It's important to listen to different kinds of English. People from different countries speak English in different ways. For example, someone from the United States might speak differently than someone from the UK or Australia. Try to listen to English from many different places. This will help you understand different accents and pronunciations. You can also listen to songs in English. Songs are fun and can teach you new words. Try to listen carefully to the lyrics. You can even look up the lyrics online to help you understand the song better. When you listen to English, it's important to focus. Don't just listen in the background while you do something else. Give your full attention to the speaker. This will help you understand more. Try to listen to the meaning of the words, not just the sounds. It's also helpful to listen to slow and clear speakers at first. As you get better, you can try listening to faster speakers. You can also practice listening by using apps. Many language learning apps have listening exercises. They will help you understand different accents and practice listening to different speeds. You can listen to a short conversation and then answer questions about it. This helps you improve your listening and understanding at the same time. If you find a word you don't understand, don't be afraid to pause and look it up. You can also rewind the audio and listen to the part again. This will help you remember the word and understand the conversation better. It's okay to not understand everything right away. The more you listen, the better you will get. Try to listen to English in different situations. For example, when you are on a bus or waiting for something, listen to an English podcast or song. This way, You practice listening in everyday situations. You can also listen to news reports in English. This helps you understand more formal language and learn about the world at the same time. Another way to practice is by talking to native speakers. You can have conversations with people who speak English. This will help you get used to different voices, tones, and ways of speaking. Don't be shy to ask them to repeat something if you don't understand. Native speakers will usually be happy to help you and slow down if you need them to. Listening to audiobooks is another great way to practice. Audiobooks are great because you can listen to a story while following along with the text. You can find many audiobooks online or through apps. Start with short books or easy stories and listen to them multiple times. This will help you get used to the speed and rhythm of spoken English. It's also helpful to take notes while you listen. Write down the main ideas or words that you hear. This will help you remember what you've learned. It's like practicing your listening and writing skills at the same time. After listening, you can go back and review your notes to check if you understood everything. When you listen to English, try to listen for the meaning, not just the words. English speakers often use different words to say the same thing. Try to understand the main message, even if you don't understand every single word. If you keep practicing, your listening skills will improve, and you will understand more of what people say. One important thing to remember is that listening takes time. Don't expect to understand everything at once. It's normal to find some conversations difficult at first. The key is to practice every day. The more you practice, the more you will understand. You will start to recognize words and phrases more easily. As you listen, try to repeat what you hear. This helps you improve both your listening and speaking skills. If you hear a sentence or phrase that you like, repeat it out loud. This will help you learn new words and sounds. It will also help you become more comfortable with speaking English. Another tip is to set small goals for your listening practice. For example, you can say, I will listen to a 5-minute podcast every day this week, or I will watch one English movie this weekend. Setting small goals will keep you motivated and help you track your progress. Finally, don't get discouraged if you don't understand everything at first. Learning a language takes time and practice. Keep listening, and you will see improvements. The more you listen, the easier it will be to understand. With practice, you will get better at listening, and you will be able to have conversations in English with more confidence. In conclusion, to improve your listening skills, listen to English every day. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, and talk to native speakers. Use apps, take notes, and practice regularly. Be patient with yourself and enjoy the process. Your listening will improve over time, and you will be able to understand and speak English with more confidence. Chapter 6. In this chapter, we will talk about how to improve your reading skills in English. Reading is a very important skill for learning a language. It helps you learn new words and understand how the language is used. Let's look at some easy ways to practice reading in English. The first thing you can do is read simple books. Start with books that are written for beginners. These books use easy words and short sentences. They are perfect for learning English. You can find beginner-level books in libraries or online. Read these books slowly. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. The more you read, the better you will get. If you find a word you don't know, look it up. You can use a dictionary or an online translator. Write down the new word and try to use it in a sentence. This will help you remember it. It's important to learn new words every day. This will make your vocabulary bigger. You can also read online articles or blogs. Find topics that you like. For example, if you love sports, read sports news in English. If you enjoy cooking, read cooking blogs. Reading about things you enjoy will make learning more fun. It will also help you learn words related to your hobbies. Another way to improve your reading is by reading newspapers or magazines. These are a great way to learn about the world and practice reading at the same time. Start with easy articles. Don't try to read everything. Choose 1 or 2 short articles and read them carefully. As you get better, you can try longer and more difficult articles. You can also read short stories. Short stories are great for beginners because they have simple language and interesting plots. You can find many free short stories online. After you finish reading one, try to talk about it. Tell a friend or write down what happened in the story. This will help you understand the story better and practice speaking or writing. Try to read in English every day. The more you read, the better your skills will become. Start with just 10 minutes a day. As you get better, you can increase the time. Reading every day is a great way to build your skills slowly. Don't rush. Enjoy the process of learning. Another tip is to read aloud. When you read aloud, you practice both reading and speaking. This will help you get better at pronouncing words and understanding how to use them. It also helps you focus more on the text. If you can, try to read with someone else. You can take turns reading and help each other. You can also try reading with a purpose. For example, if you want to know about a specific topic, look for books or articles about that topic. This will help you focus your reading and learn new vocabulary related to your interest. It's also fun because you are learning something that you like. If you are reading a book or article, try to guess the meaning of new words from the context. Look at the words around the unknown word. This can give you clues about its meaning. If you still don't understand, look up the word later. This way, you can improve your understanding without interrupting your reading. Reading English signs, menus, and instructions is another good practice. These are simple, short texts that you can read in real life. For example, when you go to a restaurant, look at the menu in English. Try to understand the food names and prices. This will help you practice reading in everyday situations. It's also important to read slowly and carefully. If you try to read too fast, you might miss important information. Focus on understanding each sentence before moving to the next one. If you find a part that is difficult, don't worry. Go back and read it again. This is normal when learning a new language. Try to practice reading both fiction and nonfiction. Fiction, like stories and novels, is fun and helps you improve your imagination and creativity. Nonfiction, like news articles and informational books, helps you learn about real things in the world. Both are important for improving your reading skills. As you practice, you will notice that you understand more and more. Don't be afraid to reread things. Sometimes reading the same thing a few times will help you understand it better. It also helps you remember new words and phrases. Repetition is a great way to learn. If you can, try reading with other learners. Join a reading group or club. You can talk about what you read with other people. This will help you understand the text better and practice speaking. You can share ideas and learn from others. A reading group is also a fun way to make new friends. One more tip is to keep a reading journal. Write down what you read each day. Write a few sentences about the story or article. This will help you remember what you read and also practice your writing skills. You can also write down new words and their meanings. Remember that reading is a skill that takes time to improve. Don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. With practice, your reading will get better. Start with easy texts and slowly move to more difficult ones. Enjoy the process of learning and don't give up. In conclusion, to improve your reading skills in English, read every day. Start with easy books and try to read things you enjoy. Look up new words, read aloud, and practice with others. Read slowly and carefully, and remember that it's okay to make mistakes. With time and practice, you will become a better reader in English. Keep going, and soon you will be reading with more confidence.